Welcome back to chapter number 1, real numbers. In first period, we have discussed regarding natural number, whole number, set of integers, rational number, irrational number, and the union of rational and irrational number is known as real numbers. We have solved 7 important points of this chapter. We have also solved exercise number 1.1, that is on the basis of Euclid's algorithm or Euclid's lemma. Let us start exercise number 1.2. Question number 1. Express each number as a product of its prime factor. 5 examples are given to you: 140, 156, 3825, 5005, 7429. Very simple question. I think you have already studied this in 7th and 8th standard also. Numbers are given to you and you have to convert it into prime factor. Well, the first one is 1. When you divide 140 by 2, because you know last digit is 0, so it is divisible by 2. So when we divide 140 by 2, you get 70. Again the last digit is 0. So again you can divide 70 by 2, you get 235. The last digit is 5. So friends, you can easily divide it by 5. The key of divisibility by 5. So 5 7 is 35. So the factor of 140 is, the prime factorization of 140 is 2 into 2 into 5 into 7. Very simple example. Now let me start second example, that is 156. You know last digit is 6, even number. So this number is divisible by 2. So 2 7 is 14, 1 6, 2 8 is 16. Again last digit is 8, divisible by 2. So 2 3 is 6, 1 carry 8, 2 9 is 18. Now the last digit is 9. And 9 plus 3 is equal to 12. The sum of the digit is divisible by 3. Then the number is also divisible by 3. This is key of divisibility by 3. So this number is divisible by 3. And you also know that 13, 3 is 39. So when you divide 39 by 3, you get 3, 1 is 3, 3 3 is 9. So prime factorization of 156 is 2 into 2 into 3 into 13. Very simple example. Well, let me start third one, that is 3825. 3825. Now you know 3 plus 8 11 plus 2 13, 13 plus 5 18. You know 18 is divisible by 3, and that's why this number is also divisible by 3. So let me divide this number by 3. So when you divide by 3, 3 1 is 3, 3 2 is 6, 22, 3 7 is 21, 1 3 5 is 15. Now the last digit is 5, but 7 plus 3 10 plus 5 15, divisible by 3. So this number can be divided by 3. So when you divide by 3, you get 3 4 is 12, 3 2 is 6, 3 5 is 15. Again last digit is 5, 4 plus 2 6 plus 5 11 is not divisible by 3. So this number itself is not divisible by 3. So let me divide this number by 5, because last digit, a unity digit is 5. So 5 8 is 40, 2 5 5 is 25, so 85. Again we have to divide by 5, 5 1 is 5, 35, 5 7 is 35. So the prime factorization of 3000 825 is 3 2 times, 5 2 times, and 17 1 time. So you can say 3 square into 5 square into 17. Well, now the example number 4, that is 5005. Again, 5 plus last digit is 5. 5 plus 5, 10. So not divisible by 3. So directly divisible by 5. If you divide by 5, 5 ones are 0, 0 and 1. Now 1 plus 1, 2, not divisible by 2, not divisible by 3, not divisible by 5, but divisible by 7. 7 ones are 7, 3, 30, 7 fours are 28, 2, 20, 20 and 7 threes are 21. So your answer is 143. So 143. 3 plus 4, 7 plus 8, not divisible by 2, even not divisible by 3, not divisible by 5, not divisible by 7, directly divisible by 11. 11 ones are 11, 3 and 3, 33, 11 threes are 33, and that's why the prime factorization of 5005 is 5 into 7 into 11 into 13. Well, so last example of this question number 1, 7429. 7429, 9 plus 2, 11 plus 4, 15 plus 22 is not divisible by 3. So this number is also not divisible by 3. Last digit is 9, so not divisible by 5. You can directly divide it by 17. So when you divide by 17, you get 437. Again this 437 is divided by 19. So you get 23, and that's why the prime factorization of 7429 is 17, 19 and 23. Now you have to use key of divisibility by different numbers. Last digit is not even number, so not divisible by 2. The sum is not a multiple of 3, so not divisible by 3. Last digit is not 0 or 5, and that's why not divisible by 5. Even the difference between odd numbers and even number is not 0, so it is not divisible by 11. Then you have to divide by 13. Then progressively you have to divide by 17. When you divide this by 17, you will get 437. Again you have to try the same procedure. This divisible by 19, you get 23. So your factor is 17 into 19 into 23. Well, so this is the method to find out the prime factorization of different numbers. You can also say this is factor tree. Factor tree. By preparing factor tree, you can prepare prime factorization of a given number. Well, so this is about question number 1. Well, let me start question number 2. Find the LCM, that is least common multiple, and HCF, highest common factor, of the following pair of integers, and you have to verify that the LCM into HCF is equal to product of the two numbers. We have already studied this formula in our first lecture, concept number 5, that LCM into HCF is equal to product of a two number. So here also 2 examples are given to you. First example is 26 and 91. So first of all, factorize 26. The last digit is 2. The last digit is 6. Divisible by 2. So 2 13s are 26. Here 91. You already know table. 13 7s are 91. So 3 7 into 13. So HCF is common from these two. You know, here 13 is common, and that's why this is your HCF, and that's why HCF is 13. Now how to write LCM? First of all, you have to write common from these two. Then you have to write remaining terms. The remaining term is 2, The remaining thing is 7. Now if you multiply these two, 13 2s are 26 and 26 7s are 182. So your LCM is 182. So this is the method to find out the HCF and LCM of two given numbers. First of all, you have to factorize them. Then you have to find out common. The common one is known as HCF. In LCM, first of all write common and then the remaining term. Multiply these things, you will get HCF of two number. Well, let me start another example. 510 and 92. 510. When you divide it by 2, 2 2s are 4, 2 5s are 10, 2 5s are 10. Again, let me divide by 255 by 3, 2 as it is. 3 8s are 24, 3 5s are 15. Let me divide 85 into 2 parts. 5 17s are. And this is your prime factorization. So this is about 510. Now 92. When you divide it by 2, you get 2 into 46. When you divide 46 into 2 parts, you get 2 into 2 into 23, and that is 92. And this is prime factorization of 92. Now your aim is to find out SCF. SCF means the common from these two. You know, 2 is also there. 2 is also there in 92. 3 is there. Here 3 is not there. 5 is there in 510, 5 is not there in 92. Even 17 and 23, they are not common. So only one thing is common, and that is 2. So actually HCF of these two numbers, 510 and 92 is 2. Now LCM, first of all you have to write common thing. Then you have to write remaining thing. So remaining from this is again 2. So 2, 3, 3, 5, 5, 17, 70, and the remaining thing is 29. Now multiply these two. If you multiply 2 into 2 into 3 into 5 into 7 and 23, you get 2, 3, 4, 6, 0, and that is your LCM. So LCM of these two numbers is 23,460. Here you have to find out, and then the second question is to verify that the SCF and LCM is equal to product of two numbers. So LCM into SCM. What is your SCM? 2. What is your LCM? 23,460. So the answer is 46,920. That is your LCM SCM. Now let me find out the product of two numbers. First number is 510. Second number is 92. So when you multiply 510 into 92, you get 46,920. So from this number, formula number 1, then equation number 2. From this 1 and 2, we can say that LCM into SCM is equal to product of two number. So the second example is how to find out HCF and LCM of a two number, and how to verify HCF into LCM is equal to product of a two number. Well, friends, let me start third example. It is also on the basis of the HCF and LCM. Here two numbers are given to you. Here in this example, three numbers are given to you, and you have to find out HCF and LCM. Well, to find the LCM and HCF of the following: 12, 15, and 21. 12. If you prepare a factor tree and find out the prime factor of 12, 2 6 are 12. 6 means 2 3s are 6. 15, 3 5s are 15. 21 means 3 7s are 21. The common from all three is 3, 3 and 3. So SCF of these two numbers is 3. Now, when three numbers are given to you, how to find out LCM? First of all, you have to write common from these three. So the 3 is common in all three, and that's why first of all you have to write 3. Then you have to write common from first and second. Is there anything common from first and second? No. Then you have to write common from second and 3. Is there anything common in second and 3? No. Then you have to find common from 3 and first. Is there anything common in third and first? That is 12 and 21? No. Then you have to write remaining term. So the remaining term is 2, 5 and 7. So if you multiply these, 3 2s are 6, 6 2s are 12, 12 5 are 60, 67 are 420. So your LCM is 420. So when three numbers are given to you, how to find out LCM? First of all, you have to write common from these three. Then you have to write common from first number and second number. Then you have to write common from second and third. Then you have to write common from third and first. Then you have to write remaining term. Then multiply all numbers. You will get your LCM of three numbers. Let me solve another example for you for LCF and LCM of three number. Here one is 17, 23, 29. Wow, nice example. Because 17, 23 and 29 all are prime numbers. So 17 factor is 17 into 1. 23 factor is 23 into 1. 29 factor is 29 into 1. What is common? So only 1 is common. Now you have to find out LCM. What is common from these three? 1. Nothing is common from first and second. Nothing is common from second and third. Similarly, there is no common in first and third. So you have to write the remaining terms. So the remaining term is 17, 23 and 29. If you multiply this, you get 11,339, and that is your LCM of three prime numbers. Well, now example number 3. 8, 9 and 25. 8. Prime factorization is 2 into 2 into 2. 9. Prime factorization is 3 into 3. 25. Prime factorization is 5 into 5. What is common from all three? Nothing. Because 8 has 3 2, 9 has 2 3, while 25 has 2 5. So nothing is common. So your HCM is 1. Now what is LCM? You know, you have to write 8 into 9 into 2. So you can write 2 raised to 3, 3 square and 25. You can write 8 into 9 into 25. 25 8s are 200, 209 are 1800. So the final answer LCM is equal to 1800. So this is about third example of exercise number 1.2, how to find out LCM and HCF of three given numbers. Well, now question number 4 and 5. 4.1. Given that HCF of 306 and 657 is 9, find LCM. You know, two numbers are given to you. So first number A is equal to 306. A number B is also given 657. And HCF is also given to, that is 9. How to find out LCM? Oh, you can use the concept number 5. LCM into HCF is equal to A into B. So you can prepare one formula, that is LCM is equal to A into B upon HCF of AB. What is your A? 306. What is your B? 657. And what is your HCF? 9. So when you divide 306 by 9, 9 3s are 27, 3, 36, 9 4s are 36. So the LCM is 36 into 657. If you multiply this, you get 22,336. That is your LCM. So friends, when two numbers are given to you, HCF is given to you, your formula is LCM is equal to A into B upon HCF. If A and B are given to you, LCM is given to you. When your question is to find out HCF, so the formula of HCF of AB is equal to A into B upon LCM of A into B. So out of these four things, A, B, HCF and LCM, three things are given to you, you can easily find out the fourth thing with the help of formula LCM into HCF is equal to product of two numbers. Well, now friends, let me start example number 5. Check whether 6 raised to n can end with the digit 0 for any natural number. Again, check whether 6 raised to n can be end with the digit 0 for any natural number. If a number end with digit 0, it would be divisible by 5. If a number is end with 0, it should divisible by 5. As well as 2. Hence, any number ending with 0 must have 2 and 5 both in its prime factorization. So, if you find out the factor of a number, if the factor is in the form of 2 and 5, then we can say that the number ends with 0. Because this is the rule of divisibility by 0. So, any number ending with 0, it should have 2 and 5 both in its prime factorization. So, let me find out the prime factorization of 6 raised to n. So, 6 raised to n is equal to 2 into 3 raised to n is equal to 2 raised to n into 3 raised to n. If you find out the prime factorization of 6, you get 2 and 3. If it is 2 and 5, then you can say that it ends with 0. Otherwise, it does not end with 0, and that's why 6 raised to n cannot end with 0. Now let me start example number 6. Explain why 7 into 11 into 13 plus 13 and 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 plus 5 are composite numbers. If a number can be converted in the form of prime factorization, then it is known as composite number. So first of all, you have to expand this, and then we have to check whether the given number is in the product of a prime factorization or not. So let me solve first one. 7 into 11 into 13 plus 13. So let me take 13 as a common. So when you take 13 common, you get 7 into 11 plus 7 into 11 plus 1. So 13, 11 7 is 77 plus 1, so 78. If you divide 78 into 2 parts, you get 2 into 39. When you divide 39 into 2 parts, you get 3 into 13. So this number can be expressed in the form of 13 into 2 into 3 into 13. So they are all prime numbers. So this expression can be converted in the product of prime factorization, and that's why it is a composite number. So here this can be expressed as a product of prime factorization, hence it is a composite number. So when one expression is given to you, you have to solve this expression, find out the final answer. If you convert it into a prime factorization, then it is a composite number. Otherwise, it is not a composite number. Let me solve second one. 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 plus 5. So let me take 5 commons. What do you get? 7 into 6 into 4. 7 into 6 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 plus 1. So if you multiply this 7, 6 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, you get 1008. And 1008 plus 1 is equal to 1009. You know, this is also nothing but is a product of prime factorization. So this expression can be expressed as a product of prime factorization, hence it is a composite number. So when a number is expressed in the form of prime factorization, it is a composite number. Very simple example, the 6 1, 2 examples are given to you. explain this example, find out the final answer. The final answer is in the form of a prime factorization. Then you can say that it is a composite number. Well, now the last example of exercise number 1.2. There is a circular path around a sports field. Sonia takes 18 minutes to drive one round of the field. So Sonia takes 80 minutes to cover a circular distance, while Ravi, he takes 12 minutes for the same. Suppose they both start at the same point and at the same time and go in the same direction. The important question is, after how many minutes will they meet again in the starting point? You know, Sonia takes 18 minutes. So to complete one circular part, 18 minutes. So in 36 minutes, it completes 2 rounds. In 18 into 3, matlab 54 minutes complete 3 rounds. Similarly, Ravi complete 1 round in 12 minutes. So for 1 round, he takes 12 minutes. For second round, 24 minutes. Third round, 12 is 36 minutes. So you know, after 2 rounds, they will meet again. But this is logical answer. But from this, here we have find out the multiple of 18. 18 for first round, 36 for second round, 54 for third round. Similarly, here we have find out the multiple, 12 for 1 round, 12 those are 24 minutes for 2 round, 12 3 are 36 minutes for third round. So we have found out multiple, and that's why here in this example we have to find out LCM. So 12 means 2 into 2 into 3, 18 means 2, 3 are 6, 6 3 are 18. So LCM of 12 and 18, the common is 2, the again common is 3, the remaining thing is 2 and 3. If you write down, multiply this, what you get? 36. So my friends, after 36 minutes, they means Sonia and Ravi meet again at one point. So here you have to identify whether you have to find out HCF or LCM. So from this example we conclude that we have to find out multiple, and that's why LCM is required. So we have found out LCM is 36. So after 36 minutes they meet again. Well, so friend, in this third video, in this third lecture, we have solved exercise number 1.2. In first exercise, first period, we have discussed 7 important points of this chapter. Then in second lecture, we have completed exercise number 1.2. Here we have completed exercise number 1.2, that is regarding HCF and LCM of 2 numbers as well as HCF and LCM of 3 numbers. Similarly, we have find out the prime factorization of a given number. 5 numbers are given to you in first example, and we have prepared a prime factorization of given number. Then here you have to find out whether the given expression are composite or not. If a number is expressed in the form of product of prime factorization, then it is known as what? Composite number, otherwise not. And this is one problem. So here you have to check whether you have to find out LCM or HCF. From this example, we have concluded that you have to find out multiples, that is LCM. The LCM of 36 means they meet after 36 minutes again. Thank you friends. Next time we will start exercise number 1.3 or chapter number 1. Thank you friends. Thank you.